Shalom, welcome guys.
Shalom.
We're gonna just go ahead. Well, I guess we can wait until someone comes in because it's pretty windy
It's very windy.
here. Very windy here. Um, it's been like this for the past week or so.
I'd say 2 weeks.
It's just been wind. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful, but man, you'd think like something's going on outside, oh like a big truck pass or something, because all the wind just rattles the trees, rattles the windows and everything. So
Yeah, because we live close
yeah.
to so many trees. That's why it's so loud.
Let us know if you guys can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us. Put a one in the chat or two, whatever. Just let us know that you guys can hear us. I like
So,
that.
do you think the great American empire is dying?
Yeah, shalom, everyone. Welcome.
Because I saw this, I was watching this documentary yesterday, and this guy was saying that all great empires fall usually after the 250-year mark. And so America reaches the 250-year mark from 1776 to 2026 here in the next 2 years.
Yeah, I mean,
On average, most the Roman Empire, the Greeks, the Egyptians, they went on for a long time just with different dynasties and different kingdoms that they had. But on average, empires do not survive past the 250-year mark.
but what is the American empire though? Because I wouldn't say American. It's other people behind America.
It's
That's
still
that's
America,
like when I
though.
think about it, that's what I think. It's other kingdoms behind America.
Who? The British?
Yeah, that's why they passed something where uh, nobody in the world can call themselves kings besides them.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
like
that's a struggle.
it's it's
Oh,
the British
gosh.
kingdom problem. That's what I think,
The British kingdom falling?
and that makes you think a lot because that brings you back to Daniel too.
The British kingdom. I mean, yeah, technically, because you can't have a kingdom without people living in it. And you see the UK and Britain are on the list of places that aren't repopulating. So I mean, yeah, they've had a long run though. After the Roman Empire, they've been around for a while in the Celtic woods and stuff,
I think
doing
it's a lot
different
of
things.
mixing. It's a lot of mixing of kingdoms happening. Every kingdom has a position, put it like that.
So what was America's position?
The bank,
America in charge of the banking system.
yeah, America is a banking system. America is a bank. That's basically what America is. And if you do your research, you will understand America is a bank. It's a big corporation.
Interesting times. Yeah, because I saw that documentary. I was like, dang, that's crazy. America is definitely falling. A lot of people don't believe it's falling because they want to be on the receiving end of all the patriotism and all the, oh, America is so great, the best country. I don't know why these black folks have been saying that recently. But you know what? Another thing that it could be, remember in 2016, 2017, with like Kendrick Lamar, who was saying he's a Hebrew. Beyonce was doing the Black Panther thing, right? And so there was this whole movement of, oh, black power, all these things. But now if you look at these celebrities, they're into this new propaganda. I mean, if you look at Beyonce right now, she looks like a white woman, this being all patriotic and doing all these things. And so now you see black people are also following the script and being patriotic, like, oh, we're Americans, we're not Africans, this is our country, we're going to stay here and fight. So I was saying, because I was comparing those two times, and it's so different because back then a lot of people were like, yeah, I want to go check out Africa, yeah, we're the people, we're this, we're that, we care about our culture. But now in 2024, black folks are like, what culture? We got culture right here in America. That's what black folks saying. And they're going right along with the propaganda. Because obviously celebrities, they're not in charge of the narratives that they spew. Thank you so much, Sherry. They're not in charge of the narratives they spew. They're just spewing narratives from the upper echelons that are like, hey, we're not doing the whole black thing no more. Now we're on the country white folks propaganda deal.
Well, it's a lot of people that think America, since we've been there so long, built the country up. But you gotta do the research too. They take us and we build everything up, and it gets popular and stuff. But that's besides the point. But it's a lot of people that feel like that they built America, so they're gonna stay, and I definitely understand that. If we didn't come to the knowledge that we are at now, I feel the same way. So
Built
it's
this
like,
country.
yeah.
Stay here forever.
But for me, I feel like it's the time has passed. The African movement has passed in a way a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
it has.
and the people that really caught on, and they actually made a move to Africa. They visited Africa, or they actually moved to Africa. So um, for me, I think it's just dying down. It's a lot that's happening right now in the world. It's a lot of distractions. Put it like that. It's a lot of distractions. So uh, people really just got to think for themselves, and I don't think people are thinking for themselves at all.
I
So
think
it's
they
like,
feel like they are though. They
yeah,
think they are.
they think they are, but they're not. They just going with the flow of everything, just being distracted about everything, uh, dealing with everyday life. It's not like a freedom based thinking in America because it's so stressful. It's so just
Yeah.
everything that's right in your face, and you still got to survive that day, that week, that month. You still got to pay bills, that month, that week
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's a lot that is happening right now, but it is also a lot of information that's getting poured out. It's a lot of information that's being poured out, and if you catch on to it, you can be ahead of the curve because it's about to be a big downfall of America. So yes, I believe
Ooh.
America's falling. It's just it just depends on the person. Like I always say, it just depends on the person, and how they accept the information that's being thrown at them.
Yeah, because it's happening. It's inevitable. Every kingdom falls. There's no kingdom that lasts forever. You can't look back at history and say, oh, the Roman Empire never fell down. Well, it did, and now today it's Italy, and Italy obviously is not a world superpower apart from being the Catholic Vatican. So I think the world is about to look a lot different. I'm so thankful we got our children's children because one day they're going to have children. We got them out of that empire because it's literally, I believe it's in this generation that it's going to collapse.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
And it's not going to
next,
be pretty. It's not going to be like a nice, fuzzy, fun collapse. I mean, no collapse is fun.
both of us been out of high school for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Man, that's a yeah. So just think 10 years from now.
How America, oh,
Yeah.
it seems like it's going to be like a zombie land, like nobody's really there
So yeah, guys,
since people aren't
let us know what you
repopulating.
think too in the comments. Is America falling? Is it going to stand? What do you guys think? Give us a like. Give us a comment. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
They're very interesting times though, because even the white Americans they're leaving, they're facing the other white American counterparts that are like, oh, America's the best place, where are you going to go? And it's like, well, there's an entire world out there with over 192 different countries, and so you can just take your pick and see which one you want to go to so that your children will be bilingual, so that you have a better cost of
Yeah,
living,
shalom, shalom, family. Welcome, guys.
so that you can eat fresh food.
Give
That's
us a
a big
like.
one.
Give us a like if you're just tuning in. In this video, we're just going to be kind of talking back and forth with each other. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. If you guys have any suggestions to talk about, let us know. We haven't been live, what,
In 10
over a week?
days
Yeah,
I
dang,
looked at
10 days,
it.
specifically 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Over a week. You're
Yep.
funny. uh, but yeah, we've been, I don't know. For me, I guess it's been like an energy shift. Like it's been quiet. It's been windy. It's like it's a lot of commotion going on in the spirit. Put it like that.
You can feel something shifting. If you
Like
can't feel
something
something
is.
shifting, I don't know, man. You
I
better go
can't put
pray for
my
discernment.
my fingertip on it, but something. I know it's a lot of division. Put it like that. I when I think about it, it's a lot of division happening right now, especially amongst our community, um, amongst just us as a people, um, because obviously we see what's going on this past week or so with the rap beef and everything and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even
Um,
know about that.
yeah, that's has not been. It's been on YouTube. Like even if I get on YouTube trying to look up research stuff, that's what's popping up.
Really?
Yeah, so I can see division, and I don't want people to think like, oh, we research about it. No, I'm looking at it as a spiritual, the spiritual side. It's bigger than this rap beef. It's bigger than you know whatever is physically going on, like that we can see. So the people that's watching, you gotta be careful. You gotta stay strong. You gotta love on your spouse. You gotta love on your brothers and sisters, um, because it's a time of you know division.
I think for me, since we've been so
Before the
silent,
gathering,
it feels like, gosh, God, come on here and tell these people about things that should be common sense. To me, that's what it feels like. Like a lot of times I start to feel like now I shouldn't even have to say these things. Like, in what world would it make sense for our ancestors to be taken away from their homeland on ships, wow, slips. And then our people are like, oh, well, let's just stay here because it's convenient. Like, in what mindset our ancestors would have never thought this, like never in a million years. Their very prayer would have been, please return us to our homeland so we can be amongst our people again. And instead, somebody commented last week and said, oh, just leave me in America because I have my lobster and my BMW. I'm like, is this what we've been reduced to? Lobster and BMWs. Is this what we've been reduced to? So that can be for me like, coming on, talk to these people, because I'm shocked somebody would even leave a comment like that. Lobster and BMWs. That's the whole reason you should stay in America and not care about the generations after you. Like, that's, our brain cells are like completely fried. And it didn't work during slavery. It didn't work during Jim Crow. But whatever happened with the 80s and 90s, the folks came out and they was like, look, we gonna eat this lobster. We gonna stay right here and we gonna fight for America.
that's just I don't know. People gotta really think for themselves,
That's sad.
um, and it's tough. Like it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see because the people that's really thinking for themselves and they're really trying, they're working hard. They're really trying to get out of there and they can't because um, it's just distractions. It's just you got to pay this, you got to pay that. You're pretty much stuck. So for me, I be feeling bad for certain people and certain people I don't because it is people that's really trying to grind and save their money, but it's a mindset thing because once you get out that mindset or once you're in that mindset of man we doing good because I remember when we was in that stage of life where we're making some money, we start to save, and then something happens with the car or something, and it's like dang, I have to fix this car because I need to continue to go to work or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like little situations like that happens to a lot of hardworking people, and they always ask like, "Man, why?" It's a mindset. It's a spiritual type of mindset. So it's a lot that people has to understand, and we can't be right here breaking it down. You just got to ask the Most High for discernment, wisdom, understanding, and He will show you and lead you into that path that you need to go down to be free from that that poverty mindset, that like, oh, I'm stuck mindset, I can't do it mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You really gotta. It's spiritual. It's more
Yeah.
spiritual than ever before, and that's every day. Every day it increases,
Yep.
and you know, um, it just it reminds me of the story of Job, right at the beginning of the chapter, right? Hasatan, or the Most High called people, said, "Hey, nobody can test my faithful servant Job," and Hasatan, the adversary, He comes and say, "Hey, I basically let me try to test him and
He
stuff."
said put down the hedge of protection first. You always got him
Yeah,
protected.
yeah. Um, so I said, "Go ahead," and I think that's what's happening right now with a lot of people. Like the Most High is allowing stuff to happen. He's allowing Hasatan to, put people through trials and tribulations. But it just depends how your faith is, how strong your faith is. Um, it depends how obedient you're gonna be because it's just getting worse and worse
In America.
in America, just everywhere around the world. Even here where we are, we hearing a lot of stuff with different type of diseases and stuff. And I just saw something just today. I'm like, that's new
Oh yeah, you didn't show me.
because it was just something passing. I'm like, what the
Well,
heck
I
is
think
this?
it's for the chosen. It's getting better and better, especially because that revelation the Most High gave me last night, where He showed me in a dream. I'm not going to tell what the dream was, but He's basically putting His people in position, the leaders of His people in position. It's like you got to stand up and be willing to be a leader. You have to stand up and be willing to be in the calling that the Most High has you in. Because for those people who can perceive the wisdom, it's getting better and better, going from faith to glory and glory. So it's like, what side of the dice are you going to be on? What side of history are you going to be on? What side of judgment are you going to be on? Because the people are being brought out into the wilderness again. And our people, most of us aren't going to make it. That's what he showed. I was like, dang, that's tough. I better just, you can't have too much empathy for some of these people that are disobedient
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to have to keep going through the wilderness to make it to the promised land. You can't have empathy for everybody, especially the ones that are disobedient, because they're going to fall in their disobedience anyway. And so they do all this crying and all these complaints and all this, gossip, whatever it is they do in the wilderness. The first time they did it, they're going to do it again. And the Most High is just raising up the remnant of His people, where it's literally going to be seeing 1,000 fall at your right side, 10,000 at your left hand, but it won't come near to you. Only with your eyes will you see and behold the reward of the wicked, because you have made Yahuwah El Elyon your habitation. Therefore, no evil befalls your dwelling place. And so, for His elect people, it's a good time to be alive. It's an excellent time to be alive and out of America. It's an excellent time to perceive wisdom and have understanding. But like he said, for those who don't have faith, or those who just, they just they're caught in the confusion.
Yeah, I guess when I be thinking about people that is not like called out already, I think about my family. So I'm like,
Okay.
everybody has family. Everybody has the family that they want to get it, but they don't. And it's just like, man, it's an awesome time to be alive. And then you start thinking about them, like, man, they are working super hard, but it's still that mindset. It's still that spiritual realm that still keep people a lot of people stuck. So it's just like, man, I be trying to think about my family. How can they get it without just being right there by their side, like the Most High's voice, which the Most High's voice should be like that. Yeah,
But you know what the Bible says? Yahusha said, only those that are called by the Father. He said, we didn't choose him, he chose us.
yeah,
That's so humbling. When you read that scripture and you start to understand, like, oh, I didn't even choose myself. You chose me. I couldn't even come to you unless you chose me first. I wouldn't even perceive to even look up and worship you had you not chosen me.
yeah.
That's a good spot to be in. Not gonna lie, that's a good birthright to have in these
Yeah.
last days. That's a wonderful birthright in these last days, where we're going to see. I also saw another documentary earlier that was talking about how American society is basically doomed because of AI. And so they have these, it was so sad. It was like, what is happening? Like, it was just crazy. It was like, because they have this company that's called Eight Rock, some that basically they work for Facebook. And so the Facebook, what do they call them? Facebook analyzers, social media
Reviewers. Yeah.
analyzers. Yeah. The reviewers, they sit at home. And y'all, guess how much they're paying these people to work 8 hours a day? They get paid $3 an hour because they're contractors in America, American folks. I was like, that's insane. Like, people really have it very, very difficult out here. I was just listening to it, like, what on earth? And so they're saying that the workforce is now completely obsolete because of the AI and because the new capitalism. Y'all know Americans love capitalism. They will have somebody work for free in a hot second if they could. They would put everybody back in slavery if they could. And so it's just like, man, like how you ever supposed to get out of a crazy situation and they paying you $3 an hour? Yeah, it's illegal, but nobody's doing anything. They're broadcasting it. Everybody knows this company pays them $3 an hour and nothing's happening. And so the workers, they just continue showing up. I'm like, ooh, America's going to be an odd place. You know, I think they're going to end up doing some type of universal basic income and just having this like American utopia where people just, you know, live off some universal basic income. You get your little grapes, you get some apples. You don't really have much free time. Obviously, you don't own anything because you don't have as many resources. So it's very difficult for you to own anything in America, and then you're just in that bubble, just, you know, walking around like one of those little Black Mirror TV shows. Have y'all seen that on Netflix, Black Mirror? Leave a comment if you've seen it, because that's what America's going to turn into, and it's already starting.
Yeah, yeah. That one episode where the guy he left and came back
What?
to visit his family or something. The Black Mirror episode. Is it called Black Mirror?
Yeah, which one are you
What's it?
talking about?
It was this guy. He went on vacation. And he stayed gone for like, or I think he moved out the country, and
Oh,
then he came.
Amaletto.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
one too.
yeah. Not Black Mirror.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
check
let you.
that one out. I
Um,
didn't watch any new ones.
yeah, the guy he left. He came back to visit his people,
Hmm.
and they was like, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that." And they had to go in the bathroom to do everything that they want to
To
do.
hide from the robot
Yeah,
that
to
was
hide from
watching
like the
everybody.
cameras and everything. And the guy he's out in the street just thinking everything's good. Then he gets arrested, and then he try to escape, or he does escape at the end
Yeah.
to go back to
He said, I
his
gotta
island.
get up out of this
Yeah.
country. That's how it's gonna be, and it's not gonna be everywhere. People are always like, "Oh, it's gonna be everywhere." All right, y'all watch and see.
Yeah.
Y'all watch and see, because Africa, it's not gonna happen all like that. One, Africa is too vast. It's so
Yeah.
difficult. If they could have controlled all of Africa, guess what? They would have did it by now, and they still haven't.
And then like they say they discover new stuff pretty much every year, which is like it's weird to think about, but yeah.
I mean, Africa's so vast, you can't. And then
Not
on
I'm just
top
talking
of
about the
that,
whole world. Africa, yes, but just everywhere in the world still. It's
because
like,
then on
man, you
top of
think,
that, you
yeah,
have Africa that's repopulating at a rate of 4 children per household. So it's like, how can you ever control anybody like that? It works in America because everybody took the Planned Parenthood, everybody took the abortion pill, everybody took the
yeah,
whatever it was. Now Americans have one child on average. So it's much easier to control a population like that. But here in Africa, y'all, they don't even got addresses. Okay?
yeah.
A lot of these countries, they don't even have addresses.
You gotta send somebody a location, walk down the street, and lead them. Say, hey, yeah, I'm over here. Just follow me.
Turn right at the mango tree.
Yeah,
Man. And when you go through some of these countries and you're just driving through, you think, oh, it's just like open fields. You don't even realize there's houses, whole communities. We've been on top of mountains that have entire cities of people on top of them. And so you think about, oh, well, America controls the world. The Vatican, they absolutely don't. They wish they did. They wish they did so badly. But at the end of the day, they don't. The Most High is still in control. And so that's the beautiful thing about coming out of America. You start to realize, oh, that's the only country that acts like that. That's the only country they allow this hormonal infused food. Even in Europe, they have better food than in America. There are some foods in America that are not even legal in Europe, in France.
yeah, like yeah. It's a lot of food that's illegal. I know in Tanzania, it was white sugar was illegal.
Yeah,
Like we
illegal.
never
White
could find
sugar.
white sugar. That should tell you something right there. I hope people in this live not you guys don't eat white sugar or use white sugar.
You don't even think twice about it till you
Yeah,
leave.
yeah. Because now we see white sugar like, dang, that's crazy.
Right.
Like it's white sugar. Yeah,
Oh gosh, that's funny. Yeah, because we didn't even think twice about it. Being born in America,
yeah.
you're just like, well, that's what sugar is, white. That's all you think.
Yeah, the fake meat now. The meat like it's a lot of people. They got that colonizer's diet now, and they crave meat, so they really don't know if it's fake or not.
The printed meat, that's still confusing. I don't understand how you print meat.
I
That's weird.
I don't want to know.
That's just weird. Then the increase in cancers. I don't know if y'all been seeing, but it's like every week some new black woman comes up with cancer, and I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, what is going on? Like, I'll just be scrolling on my business page, and somebody will be like, "Oh, I was just diagnosed with cancer last week," and it's like, what is happening in America right now? At 30, in their 30s, they're not old, like it's just I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Y'all know what's going on because I'm confused. Why everybody's so sick and like detrimental, not like flu sick, like oh it's just a little cold. It like getting cancer, stage 4. But the Most High could also be allowing these things so that our people will look up and say, "Huh, let me not stay here forever because this place is literally killing me." Like, why allow a country to kill you? Because that's what America, that's what they know how to do. They know how to kill people very well.
And they tell you that too. They tell you.
It's crazy. It's just like crazy times because I don't know. I hope more people get it. More people should explore Africa, even if you want to explore Costa Rica. I think people should just live their best lives abroad and just see what else is out there because we weren't just made to stay in America forever. Even if you're someone that doesn't want to move away, I think you should still visit Africa,
Yeah,
Costa Rica, these other countries,
yeah, yeah.
Ghana.
If you can't make it to Africa, just get out of America.
Yeah,
Like somewhere, I don't know.
figure something out.
Cause yeah, I want to say America is the only place like that.
It
These other
really
places
is.
is different. And once you get out of America, you'll be like, this is different. It's so uncomfortable. But that's how the world is. That's how every other place besides America is. Because
Hmm.
it shocked me off. It took me off guard when we came to Africa. I'm like, dang, why is it like this? Man,
Like
why is it
what?
like this? It's just like it's different.
Yeah.
It's different,
Yeah,
but
it's like a different world.
it's a good different. It's a good uncomfortableness.
Yep.
It's not bad.
Yep.
But the whole world is like that. Even Europe, the UK, just wherever you think is like America, it's not. It still got that type of um, I want to. I guess they say America's a first world country
Hmm.
or something like that. And that's true. I guess Africa's a third world country, and I can see that now.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's not bad. We take it as, oh, third world country, oh, it's bad. No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah.
This is better.
To have organic living,
Yeah,
you see different, we used to see different cows and chickens run down the street. In America, people see that like,
yeah.
oh,
I
a
saw
cow.
somebody. What was it? Um, dang, what was it? What was it? It
Lizards.
no 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 no. It was
Lizards running into your house.
it was a shock. I think somebody was was it somebody cooking or something? I think like a mama was cooking outside, and her feet was like close to the food or something like that. And then the comments was going crazy, like crazy. And I'm like, wow. To me, I'm just scrolling. That's normal to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like it's not
She
like she
didn't
put
dip her
her
foot in the
yeah.
food.
See, that's how they cook,
Yeah.
and you be like, it be some good food. But that's
That's the
normal to us.
African way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not normal to. Why are you cooking without your shoes on, or without gloves, or
Right. Where's your hairnet?
yeah, you better take that hair out, continue eating.
Ew, that's nasty. You need help. Oh my
Ah,
gosh, that's
you
hilarious.
probably do, because look, everything normal to me now.
But
Hmm.
yeah, because Africa, things are just very organic. Like that's just how people live. And Indian people do it too. We come across a lot of Indian people too from our
Hmm.
time in Tanzania and our time in this country that people just do like regular human stuff. I don't know, like America feels like a big robotic sphere where people are expected to act like robots and it's just supposed to be normal. And then you come out and go to places where humans can actually be human. And then Americans are like, oh my gosh, what's going on? We can't control all these humans. And that's the same complaints in the wilderness that had the Most High's people die in the wilderness in a hole in the ground, where he opens up the earth and says, okay, now I'm sick and tired of y'all complaining. Goodbye. Like, how horrible is that? To be so used to Babylon, Egypt, whatever you want to call it, that you can't even perceive freedom,
Yeah.
that you can't even just be free and be thankful to be free and just live a regular life. A regular life to Americans, that's like a bad thing. If you're somebody that's living a regular life where you have to farm a little bit and go get some milk from this cow down the street because your neighbor has a cow, and then you might have to go and get some brown chicken eggs, people are going to be like, where's the white chicken eggs? Where's the white sugar? Where's the bleach in all of my food products? And it's like, you don't need bleach in your food products. But because America has you so warped up thinking that right is left and left is right, you're thinking everything that's in America is right. I remember when we first started, and we're not necessarily vegans, we don't really subscribe to that lifestyle. But I remember when we just started introducing vegan and vegetarian food in our diet, man, I had family members like, where's all the meat? Like, you don't need meat every single day of your life for all three meals. It's the same thing with America. You don't need the same stuff they tell you. You don't need to go to the doctor 5 times a year, go get vaccinated 10 times a year, and then, make sure you take whatever concoction they got you trying to take that's going to then mess up your heart. Because the way that America does medications is it may fix one problem, but then it's going to bring a whole different slew of problems. You don't need any of that. You can literally just live a freedom based life. I remember in Tanzania, I went to the doctor because I was pregnant with one of our daughters. And at the doctor, they literally ask you because I had anemia, so my iron was low. And she's like, oh, take some beetroot. They give you like actual healthy food options at the doctor in Africa. In America, you don't hear stuff like that. They're like, take this little packet of medicine, and then I'll try not to induce you into labor 5 weeks too early. You remember when they said that about Josiah?
What? Josiah.
Yeah. They wanted to induce him early. There was nothing wrong. The white men doctors, they love doing this stuff. They just love inducing black women early, trying to get their little mortality rates up, trying to kill people. Like, it's too much. Trying to induce him. Well, if your water doesn't break soon, we're gonna have to induce him. Like, he's not even 40 weeks yet. But this is the same things that you deal with in America because America acts like a god. They think they know everything because of white supremacy. And I just implore you to explore outside of the white supremacy mindset because they're not supreme. They don't know everything. If they knew everything, well, they wouldn't be sitting here dying out as we have today in Spain, Italy, Portugal, America, Japan, and all these places where Western society has been on top.
Yeah, it's a mindset. It's really a mindset. Like once you get out of America, it's a mindset. You will understand what I'm saying, because that's what it is.
Yep. It is. I
Like,
wanted Tanzania, but after prayer, I heard nothing back, so he came to Ghana. I know from here he will guide the rest. Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome. How's Ghana? I want to visit.
that is dang, you made me think. Lose
I
what I
gotta
was
visit
thinking.
the West Side soon.
Mindset. You made me lose my thought.
Sorry. Mindset is great. It's all about the mindset.
Yeah. Uh, ah. Maybe I was just about to say it again. Mindset. Yeah. When you meet people in other countries, right? Just
Mhm.
Africa. What is their mindset? Their mindset is still to be sustainable, right?
Yeah.
Their mindset is to work, save their money, and have a better life. But people in America, it's like, I gotta work, and uh, this is what get me when everybody posts their work. You know, if you know somebody didn't have a job and he finally found a job, and he, yep, working now, and then like 2 months later, dang, anybody
Working
hiring?
now.
And then a week later, you see somebody working another job or something like that.
Working now.
So the mindset of people is like
Oh gosh.
they they just want to post on internet, they want to post on Instagram, Facebook, um, but their mindset is not, long term. It's not like, man, what I'm about to do in 5, 10, 20 years.
Oh no, right. Yeah, because people, yeah, it is weird because social media to me shouldn't just be, oh, let me sit up here all day. Like, you should be on social media to distribute a really good message that you believe in or to do your business. Like, you shouldn't just be on social media. There's no way on earth anybody should spend every day on Facebook just to say, oh, I'm at work. Look at this coffee. Okay, I'm leaving now. All right, now I'm taking my daughter to school.
Yeah,
What is the point of that? If you don't have a message to distribute or you're not doing some kind of business, you're not doing something that's worthwhile, then why be on social media every single day? I just don't understand that. I don't get that. That's not logical. Then in the same breath complain and say, oh, it's hard in America.
it's a it's a
Like, why don't you just stop posting weird stuff? It must be something with the way that they made the platforms. It's just like, because that really don't make sense.
yeah. Exactly. What does this mean?
I don't know. Oh, Pamela Pickens, welcome to Journey Behind the Scenes, new member. But yeah, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I really don't get that.
Yes. Welcome, family, to the members. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, you'll enjoy the 20 plus videos on our life now in this brand new African country. All day, everyday preparedness. Hello, brother and sister. Is there any company like Walmart there on the continent that has multiple locations in different countries?
Uh, I saw a jumbo here.
Here
Yeah,
in this country, you
and it
saw
was
Jumbo.
huge. I'm like,
You
whoa.
saw Jumbo
Yeah.
from Tanzania.
No, but it was different.
It's not this. It's a
Yeah, it's
different
not the
one.
same, but it was like, I'm like,
You thought it
man,
was. You were
it's
happy.
big. It's like Walmart,
Oh
like for real.
gosh, you're funny.
Yeah.
I know South Africa has game. They used to have game in Tanzania, but it closed down. Um, that'd probably be the closest you could get to that
I don't know. We
because
haven't traveled
here
that
they
far to
don't.
see.
It's funny here they have like Woolsworth for some reason. Like I don't know. Here and in Tanzania they have Woolsworth, but they don't have Walmart. They don't have Target. They don't have most stores that you're accustomed to. Most of these stores are either African owned or they may be from a different part of Europe. It's not often that they're from America, except for Kentucky Fried Chicken. And so there's that. But yeah, it's like when you move to Africa, you're gonna have to be acclimated to everything that's just new and different. Um, yeah, because everything is so different. It's literally like a different world. You would think that they would have Walmart or Target, but then at the same time, you're like, well, it's good that they don't.
Yeah, they got places similar, but it's not like everything that you need.
Oh no, no.
Besides
In
that one, I'm
Africa,
telling you, the
you
one
gonna
that I
have
went
to go
to,
everywhere.
that one I went to, that was like, oh, this is where people come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to get everything.
yeah. That store
In
was good.
Africa, you gotta go to 15 different places to get all this stuff, and that's why it takes so long. And that can be frustrating, but you get used to it. Like, hey, I'm probably not gonna be able to find this. All that stuff you thought you was gonna find on Amazon, that stuff ain't out here. Even in this developed country, even the developed countries in Africa are not America. Because in America there's so much convenience. You can get practically anything on Amazon, anything delivered to your door. Out here, child, mm-mm, barely. Because they come out with so much new stuff every single year too. All these new gadgets, all this extra stuff. Really, when you're in Africa, it's just the basics. Even if you're going to be in South Africa, it's just the basics.
Mhm.
Let alone Tanzania, Malawi, Ghana, Botswana, somewhere that's not as built up. Oh, you're just gonna be with the basics. You're gonna be learning how to be patient. That's just Africa. Kenya, but I hear Kenya has a good selection of toys because the countries we've been in, they don't have very large toy selections. Yeah, no true home is with our king. The name is based off my understanding of the continent as a whole. Good morning. I'm proud of you for making it work. Keep up the good work. Love the videos. Thank you, family. Accra wants to be like the West. Does it really? So a big opportunity there for a store that has everything. That's my business plan. Oh yeah, that's a enormous opportunity. Yeah, because I think people just don't think about putting everything in one place. I guess they're just so used to like going everywhere else and then stopping at 15 different stores. So yeah, that's a great business plan.
Mhm.
And it doesn't even have to be a super enormous store. Thank you, Tiara. She said hair, heart, heart. Thank you. That's all we need is the basics, learning not to need certain things. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a learning journey when you're out here in Africa and you're like, oh, I don't need all that stuff that I always had.
Yeah.
And that's why in America, people, they think they don't have money, but we guarantee you, Americans have money. Y'all just don't spend it correctly. You're not utilizing it correctly. Because there will be people out here who really don't have money, but they're getting stuff done. And you're like, how'd they do that? And it's like there's no excuses. They don't see anything as an excuse in Africa. African people, nothing is an excuse. If they don't have something, they're going to make it. They're going to bootleg the way there. They're going to figure it out. They're going to figure something out. Even with the story that you were telling last time about getting the car fixed, they gonna figure it out some way or another, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And that's if you look at African civilizations, we've the best civilizations of the world have been in Africa for that reason, because nobody takes no as an answer. How much is rent here? Rent at the place we're at right now is $1,400. We have a 4-bedroom pool villa. Rent across the continent,
It's cheaper than America.
yes, way too. Oh man, you know how much something like this? I don't even want to look and see what something like
Yeah,
this would cost in
four
America.
bedroom, fully furnished,
You can't even
like
comprehend that.
washer, nice big refrigerator and freezer.
You can't even comprehend that. You don't even want to look at that.
Outside dining area. Yeah, the pool.
The Wi-Fi hooked up.
Yeah,
You ain't have to get no Wi-Fi in your
yeah.
name.
That's it's a lot.
In America, it would be a lot. Here, it's not. 2-bedroom. Tanzania, you could get a 2-bedroom for what?
Around 500.
$500 a month.
Yeah, even less. It just depends on the
It could
person.
be less.
Yeah.
Zambia, Lusaka, about the same. But Zambia, when you look at their houses, it looks like the houses are built a little better, which was interesting when I was looking at their website. I was like, oh, that's different. That's cool. That's good to
And
know.
for us, we I guess when we say prices, we think about furniture too.
Yeah.
Like you could probably get way cheaper houses without furniture, but
Right, right.
it's just easier for us to have furniture.
Yeah.
Unless I mean I can I know we can go back to Tanzania and be good because we know how to move around.
Right, right.
But if you come to a place where you don't know how to move around, it's better just to get a place with furniture.
Yeah. Make your life easy. Yeah, why make life so hard? And because of how like business systems are and just shopping could take all day. Easily, shopping could take all day just because the how do I want to say it? Just because the infrastructure is not there. So something that in America, you're going to go to Target and be done at so and so time. Out here in Africa, absolutely not. It could take all day. Then your whole day could be not ruined, but
You
you'll have to
you
change
got to
things
plan it
around
out.
a lot.
You gotta really plan it out. Gotta have somebody with you plan it out
Yeah.
and go that day, get what you need,
Yep.
be good.
Yep. For sure. Because it's an experience that we can't even really tell you about. You just have to come out here. And I know that people that are already in Africa, whether Ghana or wherever they're at, they know what we're talking about. Getting stuff done on the continent, it takes 10 times as long. So just have yourself prepared, like, okay, let me just be patient today because this is going to take longer. And sometimes something's going to be in the store, but then other times you're going to look and it's not going to be there. I thought I found some good hummus a few months ago, maybe it was a month ago, and the hummus ain't been in the store ever since. So that's just what it is. Some things are there, some things are not. The convenience that you're used to in America, you're not going to find it here. 100%. Which isn't always a bad thing if you can be patient. Any questions, guys? Because I think I'm going to make some potato soup. I've been really liking this potato soup recently this week because it's so windy here. And so it's been great. And I got some butternut squash at the store. It's good. With some lemonade. That's good. That's delicious. With a little basil and rosemary. Look, America, they going into summertime. Oh, thank you so much, Eric. Israel for Israel. We really appreciate that super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Sante Sana.
We appreciate that. But yeah, America is going into summer. Look, in Africa, we going into winter. Just so everybody knows, we going into winter now. So it gets chilly.
The temperature is not that bad here. I think it's still hot. Maybe it's still about 70s.
Yeah, it's 70s.
Yeah.
But y'all know I became Africanized, so it hit 70. I'm like, ooh, that's cold.
Yeah, like oh, it's starting to be winter. Like you sound like the Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. I'm like, bro, I gotta watch that again.
No, not Game of Thrones. Are you still in Tanzania? No. You're making me hungry, right? That's why I'm like, let me go in here and make my potato soup. It takes a little minute because I don't have a blender. African American retired in Zambia, living very comfortable on Social Security. Yes, I love that for you. You get claps. That's amazing. I know you're living your best life because Zambia looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. If you're coming to Ghana, I say touch down at first to transition from the West, unless you want to live that same way in Africa. It's fast moving. Yeah, Africa can be fast moving because Africa has like mega cities, where in the US they're just regular cities. Out here, whether it's Dar es Salaam, Johannesburg, Accra, these places are mega cities with millions of people.
Yeah.
So for us coming from Columbus, Ohio, we looking like, wow, this is overwhelming. Where's the small city at? We don't even live in the main city in this country. We've been to the main city like once. Since we have so many kids and we like nature, we just prefer to be out on the outskirts wherever we go and be in nature. And you find some real wonderful houses that way as well. Yes, you do see a coconut tree. I wish the coconuts were ready because I really miss coconut meat, but it's fine. Like the fresh coconut meat that they would always have on the street in Tanzania with the sugarcane juice. They do have some good sugarcane juice here in the mall though, because they mix it with that mint sugarcane. Thirsty. I think I'm gonna make some peanut butter cookies tonight too. Those were good. So good. I'm just hungry, y'all. Like it's lunchtime. It's my lunchtime. Sandton, Rosebank are nice areas in Joburg. That's cool. Lusaka is a big city with modern housing for every budget. That's what it looks like. It seems like they have some nice modern houses. But I really want to go to that part in Zambia where it's Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. And so like you stand at that part and you're in all three countries and they have, is that where the waterfall is? I think that's where I want to go. And I know that's far from Lusaka because Zambia is like an enormous country, but I definitely want to check that out. Any other last questions or comments, family, before we get off? Oh, is it raining? It's starting to rain. What's wrong, Josiah? They didn't watch your show you want to see?
Okay. We about to eat that.
Josiah's so cute. Oh, yes, Victoria Falls. Yes, I want to go there. I definitely want to see that. I can't believe how they say Africa is small, it's huge. Look, we be trying to tell them. We try and tell folks this place is enormous. Steve says snitching. Yeah, that's 6-year-olds for you. Well, he's not even 6 yet. He's about to be 6 in July. I'll be ahead of myself. 6 July. That's coming up like quick. That's coming up fast. You guys are welcome. All right, y'all. We're gonna go for this video. It's potato soup time.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
You taking them to get a haircut? Okay, feel free to get me some sugarcane juice or something.
Make sure you like the video, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yeah, seek peace. This world is getting more crazy, but it's also time to be alive. So just be whole in the Most High. Realize what's really happening right in front of our face. Understand what's going on. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate everything. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the new member. Make sure you join our members too, or members only, not members too. Join our members only. So yes.
Shalom, shalom, fam. We love y'all.
Yes, love you guys. Shalom.